The first time, it felt like they were still in the mix. I mean, they got a kid together. So this time, I'm kind of confused.
And y'all know what's gonna happen next. Well, we're gonna get a divorce. People are gonna be mad nosy, mad.
Things just got a lot messier in the Cardi B and Offset situation, and the drama has officially reached another level. Offset recently shared a cryptic post that instantly set social media buzzing, and fans quickly started reading between the lines. Many believe he was hinting that Cardi may have taken advantage financially, and that idea spread fast. At the same time, Cardi has been moving confidently, showing off her success and making it clear she has full control over her finances. The streets are talking, and rumors suggest she may have been quietly planning her exit, leaving Offset stuck while she moves forward on her own terms. Some people believe she's been playing it smart behind the scenes, making sure her future is locked in before cutting ties completely. With divorce talk growing louder and accusations floating around, fans keep asking the same question. Is Cardi making calculated moves to ensure Offset walks away with less when this is over? The rumors are intense, and some say the truth could be even more surprising. If this split plays out the way people expect, it could turn into one of the most talked about celebrity breakups of the year. Before diving deeper into claims about Cardi's alleged plan to leave Offset struggling, it's important to rewind and look at how their story began. When Cardi B and Offset first linked up, it looked like a hip-hop fantasy. Fans were locked in on their chemistry, the luxury lifestyle, and the way they showed love publicly.
In the entertainment world this morning, the one and only Cardi B is pulling the plug on her marriage again, filing for divorce from Offset.
That on-stage proposal became an iconic moment, with Offset dropping to one knee and pulling out a massive diamond ring. From the outside, it looked flawless. But behind the glamour, there were always quiet rumors that everything wasn't perfect. Over time, those whispers grew louder, and now they've turned into a full-scale controversy that has everyone paying attention. Cardi's decision to file for divorce didn't just surprise fans. It sent shockwaves through the music world. This time, it's not only about past relationship issues people have speculated about for years. The narrative is taking a darker turn, with word on the street suggesting Cardi isn't just leaving. Some believe she's leaving with a strategy. According to rumors, she may have been preparing for a clean break, making sure she stays powerful while Offset is left dealing with the fallout. The idea alone has fans debating nonstop, and if even part of it is true, this situation could turn into a serious power shift. Offset's strange Instagram rant only added to the confusion. At first, it sounded vague, but fans focused on lines where he talked about someone benefiting from his success and then turning against him. Many immediately assumed he was talking about Cardi. Considering Cardi's career dominance, that assumption didn't come out of nowhere. She's been topping charts, building her brand, and stacking serious money. Offset is still respected, but fans have noticed his momentum hasn't looked the same lately. The timing raised eyebrows. Now people are wondering if Cardi saw the signs early and decided to protect herself. She's always been open about her hustle and how she built everything from the ground up. Some believe that same mindset carried into her personal life. Insiders claim she may have been preparing quietly for months, making sure assets and finances were structured in her favor. If that's true, this isn't just a breakup, it's a calculated move. The streets are buzzing with talk that she's setting herself up for a clean exit with no intention of looking back. Things get even more complicated when you look at reports surrounding Offset's finances. From tax-related rumors to debt speculation, his money situation hasn't always looked stable. Meanwhile, Cardi has been making visible boss moves, investing, buying property, and showing that her financial foundation is solid. Some fans believe while Offset was spending freely, Cardi was stacking carefully. If that's the case, this divorce could hit him harder than expected. Still, not everyone agrees with this theory. Many fans argue Cardi doesn't need anyone else's money. She already has her own empire, hits, and millions. So why would she care about Offset's finances at all? According to some whispers, it may not be about money. This could be about pride, control, and unresolved issues from the past. With relationship rumors lingering for years, many believe this split runs deeper than what's being said publicly. Could this be Cardi's way of flipping the script once and for all? Some people think she's trying to settle the score in the coldest way possible. And in that world, what hits harder than walking away while the other person is left broke, embarrassed, and confused about how it all fell apart? It sounds extreme, but nothing about their relationship has ever been calm or simple. From the start, there was always something a little off about Cardi B and Offset's dynamic. Yes, there were real moments of affection, expensive gifts, and public displays of love that made headlines. But those highs were constantly followed by chaos. Public arguments, dramatic reconciliations, and then sudden breakups played out in front of everyone. Think back to 2020 when Cardi first filed for divorce, only to reverse course not long after. Fans could barely keep up, and let's be honest, that wasn't their first breakup and it didn't end up being their last. Their relationship unfolded like a reality show, with every fight, apology, and grand gesture happening under a spotlight. That's why people still question where the real relationship stopped and where the publicity began. Was the love genuine, or was it tied to staying relevant and powerful together? Some believe it was a carefully built image, a power couple narrative designed to keep both names trending. In the celebrity world, attention isn't just fame, it's leverage. If that relationship really was part performance, then it looks like Cardi may have made her final move. Fans feel the shift. The tension between them feels different this time. Looking back, their connection was always layered and complicated. Offset played a role in Cardi's early rise. He brought her into certain industry circles, introduced her to key players, and helped shape that power couple image fans were hooked on. But now the question is whether those moves came from genuine love or strategic thinking. Some insiders suggest that as his own momentum slowed, Offset may have seen Cardi as the next major force, a way to keep his name buzzing when the group wave began cooling off. But flip that perspective and another narrative appears. Maybe Cardi saw Offset as her entry point into hip-hop's upper tier, a partnership that elevated her reach, influence, and visibility. If that's true, then maybe the relationship simply ran its course and she's ready to move on solo. That leads to an uncomfortable question. Was Cardi deeply in love, or was she always focused on the long game, stacking success while planning her exit? Looking back, there were signs. Her cryptic posts about outgrowing relationships, multiple divorce filings, and her nonstop focus on building a financial empire all paint a picture of someone carefully shaping her next chapter. Some believe this could be her final step toward full independence.
Who said I love you first, me or you?
Me.
Of course, duh. I've been wanting to tell you that I love you, but you know, a girl can never tell a man that she love him first. Yeah, I gotta see if you love me first.
Is that you think is the secret sauce to keeping our relationship strong?
And like, we really friends. You know, like being each other's vessel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we have to have each other's back more than anybody. Like, Philip and Elizabeth.
On the other side, Offset often appeared to be trying to keep up. Every time their relationship hit trouble, he went all out. Big public gestures, private attempts to fix things, and constant efforts to win her back. But each time Cardi returned, she seemed stronger, more confident, and less interested in fitting into the role people expected of her. Over time, it looked like she was slowly creating distance. Step by step, she seemed to be preparing herself mentally and emotionally to walk away. Now that divorce filings are official and rumors about financial maneuvering are spreading online, many believe that moment has finally arrived. Cardi is moving like someone who knows exactly what she wants. And Offset may not fully understand how serious the situation is until it's already too late. If the whispers are accurate and Cardi is making aggressive financial moves, Offset could be facing a heavy hit. His money situation has already been questioned in the past. Losing Cardi, combined with the possibility of asset division, could be a blow he's not prepared for. And the story doesn't stop there, because the biggest issue still hangs over everything: cheating. Relationship rumors have followed them from the very beginning. Early accusations surfaced not long after their marriage, and the internet went into chaos. Cardi's social media at the time was filled with emotional and cryptic messages, and many thought that chapter was finished. Instead, she stayed. Some believed it was out of love. Others felt it was about preserving the power couple image they'd built together. Whatever the reason, Cardi stood by Offset even as more allegations continued to circulate. And now, years later, some believe the balance has shifted. People are whispering that karma may have finally caught up, and this time, the situation might not be as one-sided as before. Rumors are spreading that Cardi may not have been as faithful as many people believed. Sources close to the situation claim she may have been involved with someone else long before the divorce paperwork was filed. If that turns out to be true, the story takes a sharp turn, because the same kind of scandal that once followed Offset could now be circling back around to Cardi. At the center of this chaos is one name that keeps coming up: BIA. The tension between Cardi B and BIA has been building for a while, and at this point, it's about more than music. What started as a standard rap rivalry with subtle shots and slick lines exchanged on tracks slowly turned personal. When Cardi and BIA first crossed paths in the industry, there seemed to be genuine respect. Two women in hip-hop showing love and acknowledging each other's grind. That energy didn't last. Things shifted once whispers started circulating that Cardi was getting unusually close to someone connected to BIA's inner circle. That rumor alone was enough to ignite everything. Insiders claim BIA found out Cardi had been spending time with someone who wasn't Offset, and that discovery sparked tension behind the scenes. It didn't stay private for long. The quiet friction spilled onto social media, and before anyone could blink, it turned into a public back and forth. Fans picked sides fast. What once looked like competition over music turned into a personal showdown. Cardi, never known for staying quiet, responded with a track that many listeners believe was aimed directly at BIA. The delivery was cold, the message sharp, and the intent clear. But some listeners caught something else beneath the surface. A sense of defensiveness, maybe even guilt. People started asking why the response felt so intense. Why hit back that hard unless there was something deeper being avoided? BIA didn't hesitate to respond. She fired back with her own track, Sue Me, and she didn't keep it subtle. She didn't just accuse Cardi of borrowing her style. She openly suggested that Cardi had been unfaithful to Offset. What really shook things up was how BIA backed it up. She referenced an Instagram story Offset posted and later deleted, one where he hinted that Cardi may have crossed a line. Offset eventually brushed it off as a misunderstanding, but BIA treated it like proof. She doubled down by using that deleted post as part of the cover art for her song, making sure the message was impossible to miss. And she didn't stop there. BIA suggested that the alleged behavior wasn't a one-time situation, hinting that Cardi had been moving freely for a while. According to those claims, Cardi used her industry power and connections to keep things quiet. If any of that is accurate, then this situation isn't just a feud. It's a potential exposure that could shake how people see one of hip-hop's biggest stars. For fans, the idea of Cardi cheating sounds unbelievable. She's always presented herself as independent, self-made, and uninterested in relying on anyone else. But for others, it feels like just another unpredictable turn in a relationship that's never been stable. And Cardi's own actions haven't helped calm the speculation.
Together, like they're both genuinely good people. But you know, in any relationship, it's never easy. There's ups and downs, and especially when you have artists like he's on the road, she's working. I hope they work it out. But anything comes into play, especially when somebody's pregnant. It's a lot. It's a lot on the woman. It's another body. So I don't know if that's the reason, if it's something else, but I hope they get a chance, and I hope they do work it out if it's meant to be. Like I said, they are both genuinely good people. So
she's been quick to shut down rumors verbally, but her behavior tells a different story. Cryptic posts, sudden unfollows, and creating distance both personally and professionally have all fueled the narrative that she's been planning her next move quietly. If BIA's hints hold weight, then Cardi wasn't just preparing for divorce. She may have already been testing her freedom long before things became official. Meanwhile, Offset has been presenting himself as blindsided, suggesting he was caught off guard by everything unfolding. But fans are starting to question that image. Some wonder whether he's truly the victim here or if he's finally facing the same kind of behavior he's been accused of in the past. Offset's reputation when it comes to loyalty has always been complicated, and critics argue his claims could be projection. Pointing the finger can be a distraction. It wouldn't be the first time someone under scrutiny tried to shift attention away from their own history. So where does that leave Cardi and Offset now? If the rumors are true, their marriage may have been unstable from the very beginning. Insiders suggest both of them benefited from the relationship in different ways. Cardi may have seen Offset as her gateway into higher industry circles. Offset may have viewed Cardi as a way to stay relevant in a fast-moving industry. As their fame grew, instead of growing together, they drifted apart. What started as a partnership slowly turned into competition. Ego, mistrust, and public pressure replaced whatever intimacy they once had. The image they sold as a flawless hip-hop power couple began to crack behind closed doors. What kept them together wasn't love or loyalty. It was control, jealousy, and a constant struggle over who needed who more. Now, as the divorce moves forward, the situation looks like it's heading toward an ugly finish. Cardi's business mindset, legal team, and relentless work ethic put her in a strong position. Financially, she looks prepared to walk away standing tall. For Offset, the stakes are higher than ever, and how this ends could reshape everything. Offset has already taken hits to his career from past controversies, and now losing Cardi, combined with the possibility of splitting major assets, could be the blow that changes everything for him. Fans in the comments keep saying the same thing. This breakup feels different, but the biggest question still hanging over everything is about the cheating accusations. Will the real truth ever fully come out? In celebrity drama, nothing is ever simple, and sometimes the rumors feel more believable than the official statements. Both Cardi and Offset are likely to deny wrongdoing no matter how convincing the evidence looks. What's clear is that this situation is far from over. With both of them still under constant public attention, every move gets dissected online, and eventually, things that were meant to stay hidden tend to surface. Now, the real question becomes, who walks away with their reputation intact, and who ends up picking up the pieces once this saga finally slows down? A lot of people are asking whether this relationship was a carefully managed game built on fame and momentum that spiraled out of control, or whether Cardi and Offset genuinely tried to make it work and got crushed by the pressure of success. Either way, what they had has turned into one of the most explosive and talked about relationships in hip-hop history. From love to loyalty, from lies to chaos, their relationship played out like a movie for the entire world to watch. And now, as things begin to settle, fans keep wondering who's really going to get the final word. The internet has been loud, and opinions are split. One fan shared a blunt take saying, "Offset is getting exactly what he earned. Cardi stayed, but he embarrassed her and kept messing up. Nobody has time for that. If someone won't change, why keep waiting?" That comment reflects how many people feel. For them, Cardi's decision to leave wasn't about revenge or money. It was about choosing herself. At this point, fans seem torn between sympathy and shock. But one thing stands out. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. It feels like the final chapter of a love story that was dramatic from day one. A lot of people don't see Cardi's actions as a cold plan to ruin Offset. They see it as the natural outcome of years of instability catching up. Many fans believe she's simply done tolerating chaos and is finally taking control of her own narrative. Another fan pointed out something from early in Cardi's career, reminding people that she once said she would never date a rapper. Looking back, that comment now feels almost prophetic. The fan wrote, "Stick to your standards." That message resonated with supporters who believe Cardi is returning to her independent mindset, the version of herself that doesn't compromise her boundaries for anyone. Still, not everyone believes Cardi has been scheming for revenge or money. One passionate supporter defended her by saying, "She didn't steal anything. That's her money. A man is supposed to provide for his family, and she made sure she got what she deserved before someone else did." That comment reflects a growing belief online that Cardi isn't the villain here, but someone reclaiming her power after being burned too many times. Whether people agree or not, one thing is clear. Cardi is rewriting her ending on her own terms. Another fan summed it up with a simple message: "Good for Cardi, stand strong and move forward." That sentiment captures what many are feeling. She's not trying to destroy anyone. She's protecting herself and her family's future. After everything that's happened, it's obvious she doesn't want to be left vulnerable again, especially given Offset's history that's often been questioned. With all the rumors, accusations, and unexpected twists surrounding Cardi B and Offset, the debate isn't slowing down. Is Cardi really plotting to leave Offset broke and embarrassed, or is she just taking control after years of disappointment? And are Offset's accusations rooted in truth, or are they driven by his own past finally catching up with him? Fans are split, and the conversation keeps growing. Do you think this is the end of hip-hop's most talked about couple, or just another chapter in a saga that refuses to close?